Hello and welcome to my channel, Kuromus here. Today I am bringing you the Black Dragon Rogue, a sorcerer specialized in acid magic. While this build uses dual one-handed crossbow for ranged damage, the role of this character is more of a support to help our team to hit easier. Our signature spell will be Chromatic Orb that we will twin to target two enemies simultaneously. To begin building our Black Dragon Rogue, we will start as a sorcerer. I must say that, since we start as a sorcerer, the only way to get martial weapon proficiency in one-handed crossbows is to multiclass into fighter, barbarian or ranger later on. This can be avoided entirely by choosing a draw as your race. You may also start the build with a single level in rogue, but sacrificing constitution proficiency is a big sacrifice. Once an enemy is affected by the acid condition, this is effectively a plus 10% chance to hit for our party, as long as the enemies stay in the area of effect. Once we reach sorcerer level 5 and we get access to the haste spell, we are ready to multi-class to a single level in fighter. The rest of the build is complemented with 4 levels in rogue, so we have 2 bonus actions as a thief, which is great for added mobility and utility, plus extra attacks from our offhand crossbow. The build is then finished as a sorcerer 6, thief 4, fighter 2. Some variations will be explained after the level up section. I really hope you enjoyed the build and let me know in the comments what do you think. Kindly read the description of this video to understand my thought process and some considerations for these guides. Also, make sure to subscribe to support my content, and without delay, let's begin. So we start our journey as a draconic sorcerer and we will choose the black variant. So we will be specialized in acid damage. Unfortunately, there are not too many spells that focus on this element. And one of the best ones, which is Melf's Acid Arrow, is not available for sorcerer. So we will stick with Chromatic Orb for this build. As for our ability points, we need to focus on dexterity and charisma. Simply put, dexterity will help us to shoot better while we do not have any spells, and charisma for our spell casting and damage. At level 2, besides getting another extra level 1 spell, we will unlock Metamagic. This will allow us to modify our spells by twinning it. This means that we can target 2 different enemies instead of 1 with our Chromatic Orb. At level 3 we get another excellent Metamagic called Quicken Spell. This will make a spell consume a bonus action instead of a regular one. And we get to choose a level 2 spell. Since we are good with concentration, we can choose spells like Hold Person, Darkness or Cloud of Daggers. On the next level, we get to choose another level 2 spell and our first feat. Here you can go with ability improvement dexterity to empower your shooting, or charisma if you want to lean more on your spells. Once we reach sorcerer level 5, we choose a level 3 spell, my preference is haste, and then we multiclass into fighter, a single level to get the archery and the one-handed crossbow proficiencies. Once we are ready, we go back to sorcerer. Draconic sorcerers will obtain at level 6 elemental affinity damage. This will improve our acid damage by an amount equal to our charisma modifier, at this point a plus 4. At this point in the build, I decided to go back to fighter to get a second level and get access to action surge, but you will not take much advantage of it with this build. Now at character level 8 we will multiclass into rogue. This will be our last 4 levels. As a rogue level 2 we will get our hide, dash and disengage actions as a bonus action, which is a big advantage. On the next level we will multiclass into thief. This will be our subclass of preference, and to close the build we will choose our last feat. It will be ability improvement charisma. Here I leave you a small fragment where you can vary your builds depending if you started as a draw or not. As you can see, the two main components of the build is reaching level 6 in sorcerer to get the elemental affinity, and getting at least 3 or 4 levels in thief so we get an extra bonus action. With that out of the way, I proceed to show you which items I will be using for the combat showcase. Please keep in mind that this is more of a support character. It's a little bit tricky to do such combat by himself, so I decided to get a bit of a head advantage here. I take a moment to apologize, my voice is not in the best condition today, so I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll let you enjoy the combat.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. Your head.
See you in the next video. Adios.